So just basically, I'm going to be walking you through our website today. It's a mock-up website, so like not everything is clickable. It's kind of just looking at the design and the text and making sure you understand the flow of everything and seeing whether it's intuitive, whatever.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure that it works as we intend it to work before we actually launch the
All
website.
right.
So this will take about 30 minutes today. And the first thing I want to be clear about is that we're testing the website, not you. So like anything you say isn't going to offend anyone. If you don't like something or something's confusing to you, or you do like something, we kind of want to hear it all because we are using this session to like kind of improve our website and make it more user friendly.
All right.
So as we go through the website, I'm just gonna want you to think out loud as much as possible. Just kind of narrate your thought process and say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, what you're thinking. And if you have any questions as we go along, we can you can ask them. I'm not sure I can necessarily answer them because again, I'm trying to see how someone does with the website when no one is there to walk them through it. So I'm kind of just a little bit more observing and asking questions. But if you still have those
Okay.
questions at the end, I can answer them for the most part. And
All
then
right.
what?
I said all right.
Okay, and then if you want to take a break, just let me know. So
Okay.
I'm going to record this session today. I just need your verbal approval that that's fine with you. It's just going to be used by me and a few other people just to kind of look at what you say and use it to improve our website.
Yep, that's totally fine.
Okay, so before I send you the link, I'm going to ask a few questions, but I'm also going to make you the presenter. So you might have to download a small little file to present and show me what's on your screen. But oh, there you go. All right.
Good.
Yep. And then I'm going to ask a few questions before I send you the link as well. So you're a college student, right?
Yes, I am.
And what school do you go to? What year are you?
I go to Ohio State main campus, and I'm a sophomore.
Okay. What is your major?
I'm a double major in Arabic, the language, and security and intelligence.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So how many hours a week do you think you spend on the internet?
Oh my gosh. I'd say maybe like 3 a day, so like 25 hours.
Okay. And do you have any favorite websites or websites you're on a lot?
I use Netflix probably daily.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Google most definitely, and just like various like shopping websites. I'd say like Amazon.
Okay. So now I'm about to send you the link. Like I said, it's like just a mock-up, so it's not the real
Okay.
website. But I'm gonna ask you to look at this page and tell me what you make of it, what strikes you about it, whose site you think it is, what you think you can do here, and what do you think the site's for. So just look around, give me your narrative. You can scroll around like up and down, but don't click on anything just yet.
Okay.
So just like
Am
again,
I on it?
what? That's it.
Am I on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like something similar to like Chegg, I guess. I see like textbooks. Um, I would say it's used for what I immediately thought was like something like Chegg, maybe. Oh, here's Chegg. Um, Something that I would use for textbooks or any kind of help, like related to homework. It says find study documents, textbooks, whatever. So maybe I would put in the specific document I'm looking for, or it's kind of confusing whether or not I should put in like a keyword or the specific like textbook that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I see the homework help, so it looks like maybe there's someone like on 24/7 to help with whatever. Um,
if you were in the, so I know you said it was kind of confusing whether you're supposed to search
Yeah.
for a specific document or a keyword. What would
Yeah.
your like natural inclination be there? What if you came to this website and were actually looking for something? What would you naturally type in if even if you were confused?
I would put in a keyword, mainly because I don't normally know the exact document that I'm looking for.
Mhm.
So hopefully, like by putting in a keyword, something would show up.
Okay.
I saw down here it said some, yeah, this food and deals. Mm, somehow it would be like connected to my campus, like to Ohio State or whatever school you're going to, but I'm not sure like how that would be connected. Like, do I have to like sign on and like put that information in, like make an account, or
Would you want to make an
do
account
and
on
do I?
something like this?
Yeah, if I could like save things, like if I knew that, yeah, I wanted to know the deals for Ohio State, or like I found a document that I really like that I'm using for like a research paper, I would want to be able to like save that or like keep it somewhere that I could come back and know where it is. Something, what's that website that you can make flashcards? But
Quiz.
again, I would want to like, if I made flashcards here, or if I found one that I really liked, I would want to save it.
Mhm.
Similarly with the jobs thing too.
So what do you?
Other than that, like it seems, go ahead.
You continue. I'm here to listen to what you have to say.
Other than that, I'd say it's like pretty straightforward. Like the uh, explanations or like captions underneath the pictures seem pretty self-explanatory. Like, but I would just want to know how I would be able to get to all of that.
What do you mean get to it?
Either like through the key, maybe like, do I click on this if I want to find the study documents? Do I click on it, or do I have to look it up in the search bar, or like am I, if I'm trying to find flashcards, if I type in that keyword, am I going to find flashcards and textbooks and uh, jobs related to that? I'm not sure.
What would you want to see? So, like, would you want to have to click on each section? Would you want to just do it through the search bar, or would, and if you did search a keyword, what would you want to see? Sorry, just to like throw those
I
questions.
would,
What would you expect or want?
no, yeah, I would probably, if I was looking for something and I was like, okay, I need a textbook, I would probably want to click on the textbook and then um, type it into like a textbook specific search bar. But I can see where like if you did put something in the search bar and everything showed up, like flashcards, like internships related to whatever, like say you want like biology, an internship about biology came up, or like study documents about biology, I could see how that would be helpful. But personally, I would want to, if I'm looking for a tutor and I want a biology tutor, I would click on the tutors and I would want to see everything that I could get for just biology.
Mm-hmm. So, um, based on what you've seen so far on the site, can you kind of give me a summary of what you think this website does, what it's about?
Um, I would say it's just something to help students all around. Basically, any kind of resource you would need, all in one place.
And what's this is kind of a strange question, but what kind of feeling does this website give you?
Um, as soon as I logged on, so like again, I'm just giving my honest opinion
Oh
here.
yeah, no, of course.
You know, like like you know how like whenever you type in a website and it's not the website that you want, and it goes to like this weird like branch thing, and it has like all of like the ads on the side, or like it's just very like a simple like version of what you're looking for, but like it's just like an off-brand like website of it. That's what I kind of thought it was. Not
I
not that
yeah,
like
can you explain that a little bit
maybe just like the look of
more.
it. So again, like if you would like type in, say like Google with like an A at the end instead of an E, it would like go to like some weird Google similar, but like very simplistic Google.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I thought it was just by from this screen alone, like this blue screen. But as soon as I go down, I think it's a lot more like appealing. You can definitely tell what's being offered, but like this blue screen with the search bar is immediately kind of confusing because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But like as soon as you scroll down, I think it's self-explanatory. It's just very like simple. I'm not really sure how it would appeal to anyone being this simple.
So you would rather something that looks more complicated?
I would rather something more, I guess, just more creative, I guess. Something that would like catch my eye rather than like I would have to like scroll down. I don't know, like if
Like, do you want more colors or like just more design, more background?
yes,
Is that kind of what?
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
you think the actual aesthetic of it is like kind of boring and like
correct,
probably reminds
yeah,
me of like a Microsoft, like an old Microsoft thing, like
yeah.
boring and just functional.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's helpful. So on that same sort of like conversation, what would you want more noticeable? What would you kind of want to see? What would you want us to highlight or maybe make prettier or whatever?
Um, I think like if I was coming here, I would so like this left bubble underneath the search bar, I feel like that's really helpful because if I'm coming here, I want to see like the study guides, the textbooks, whatever. I don't think I technically come here to buy textbooks,
Where
but more so like
where do you buy your textbooks right now?
I buy my textbooks honestly off of eBay because they're like used,
Mhm.
or I buy them off of. If I can't find any there, I'll buy them through the bookstore directly and just rent them.
Yeah. So you would never consider like an online option that might give you cheaper alternatives in the bookstore,
Um,
even
I
if
mean,
you rent?
I've used Amazon once, but
Hmm.
other than that, I try and find the cheapest option without having to rent because I like them for myself. And I think through like I've been very successful just through eBay or like any other like used bookstore like off campus that I can just buy them directly. I don't technically I think it's just personal preference that I don't like buying them online or
Yeah.
renting them online.
So based on what you're seeing on this page, what would you expect to be able to click on and what don't click on anything yet? And like I said, it's a mock up, so a lot of things aren't clickable. But what would you expect to be
Yeah.
able to click on and what do you think you would see when you did click on them?
I would click on the search bar if I was definitely trying to search something, or down here. If again, if I wanted to like find specific study documents, I would probably click on the study documents
Hmm.
uh, thing. They're up here, like on the what's it called, the banner at the top. They're, I mean, there's only like 3 tabs that you could possibly click, but if I was looking for to download it, I would definitely click the mobile app tab.
Okay. So now you can go ahead and, well, actually, before I do it, what do you think would happen when you click onto the search bar?
It would show up with like a cursor, and I would like be able to type whatever I wanted.
Okay. So now you can go ahead and click the search bar. Don't click anything else. Just go ahead and click it once. So tell me what you think about this,
Okay.
what you're seeing here.
It showed up like suggestions of what I would possibly want. It's not any like specific like subject because maybe because I've never like searched anything, so it's just showing like maybe popular things. Um,
Do you
so
find
it's
this
basically
useful?
just giving suggestions. Yeah, it's very helpful, like to see what I can type in because honestly, I would not like type the whole question like where can I get a burger near campus? That's probably not something that I would type in, but it's useful to know that I can type that in and be able to get an answer.
Great. So now you can, these would theoretically be clickable. Right now, you can only click one. So you can go
Okay.
ahead and click class notes and calculus. And once you get to that page, again, narrate what you're seeing, talk out loud, what stands out to you. Here,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, here, this is like a new flow for me. So I forgot that this came up. But what do you think about what you're seeing here?
So like it originally popped up and it was just like it looked like just like worksheets or study guides, anything to help out with that. And then it popped up with the personalized results that said I can tailor them uh, by adding my school and classes. My immediate thought, as with like all pop-ups, I would say not now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't find what I was looking for, I would go back and personalize it to OSU.
Mm-hmm.
But for the like immediately, I would just look at the like the generic stuff that they gave me to see if that would work.
Yeah.
In relation to what I was looking for.
So, okay. So right now, do you think there's anything that could kind of incentivize you to not press not now right off the bat? Or is it just like
right off the yeah, there's nothing really that like persuades me either way. So like if like you were looking for OSU specific stuff, then yeah, like it's not really like persuading either way.
Okay. So now from here on, hold on, you have to click personalize because we're kind of testing out how this works. So go ahead and click personalize and kind of tell me what you're seeing before you click anything.
Lots of schools, not particularly in alphabetical order, which is what I would assume right off the bat. Maybe the reason why they're like this is that University of Michigan uses this most often.
Mm-hmm.
But I immediately, from like previous experience, I would say that they're normally in alphabetical order, and they're not particularly in that order.
Okay, and what do you think would happen if you clicked on the search bar here?
It would personalize the calculus results to the school that I was looking for.
If you clicked on this search bar up top underneath personalized results.
If I clicked on the search bar, I could look up any school besides the, what is it, like 18 that are here.
So what do you think about the way this looks, everything you're seeing? Other than the order that they're coming up with, what do you think about how this looks on this page?
I think it's generally just very simple, very like easy to understand because sometimes or most times I recognize like the O for Ohio State rather than just trying to find Ohio State from the caption. So like if I was from University of Michigan, obviously the big M is going to be able to be easy to find. So I think that's pretty helpful instead of like just putting the name of the school.
Okay. So here, because it's a mock-up, you can only click on one school. So go ahead and click on University of Michigan, and that will be your school that you're selecting. So what are you seeing?
Okay.
Kind of walk me through.
A bunch of courses offered at University of Michigan, I'm assuming. I would have expected, just because when I typed in or when I clicked on like help with calculus, I would have expected it to take me to the calculus thing because that's why I personalized it, was to get specific results about calculus. But maybe it's just like opening up more possibilities.
So when you think you're adding courses here, do you think you're only adding the one specific to the search, or do you think you're adding all your courses to your account?
I think I'm adding all the courses to my account so that like later I can look at them and click on specific things according to those classes, not specifically just calculus, because even if I click like human anatomy, that has nothing to do with calculus. So I would assume that it's going straight to like my account for future use.
Okay. So what do you think happens when you click on add course? Is that something you noticed at first?
Not really. Now that you say, like, it's not the first thing that I noticed. I definitely did notice it, but if I came here, I would probably click the course that I wanted and then click add course so that like it added it to it. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think add course does?
It's like moves it to like my account. I don't My second thought would be like if I don't see the class that I'm looking for, I can click add course and maybe all of the like I could search for a course through there because obviously this is not all of the courses that are offered at University of Michigan.
Okay.
But yeah.
So right now you can click on Econ 1100. That's the only one that's clickable right now. What do you think about what just was that self-explanatory?
Okay, so, yeah, now that I clicked on that and it like came up at the top in like a smaller version, I could probably click add course and it would be added to my profile. So like if I wanted like more than one class, I could add them all together instead of like individually doing that. So like once they came up at the top, like how econ is, I could click add course and all of them would go to my account.
Okay. Okay, so now you can actually click add course. So go ahead and click that, and again, tell me what you're looking at and what.
I'm looking at a course code and a course name. If I was directed to this site, I would hope that I would have whatever this course code is and the course name. Oh, I'm just kidding. This is so like if like I was saying, if it wasn't in that like list, you could look up like econ as the course name and then the course code is 1100. I see how that is now. What I immediately thought was like because I clicked econ 1100 and then I clicked add code, I had to like have a code for it, but now it's more self-explanatory.
Okay, so can you explain what's happening in like one sentence on this page?
So if I couldn't find the course that I was looking for at the main screen, I could come here and look it up myself through the course name and course code.
Okay. So now, obviously, we can't type on this mock-up, so pretend we wrote something in, and now you can click save. So what are you seeing now?
Okay. Now, whatever it looks like, whatever class that is that I typed in is now added to that like banner at the top of the screen.
Okay, so when you are, let's say you're done adding classes, what are you going to do now?
I would click done at the the top right corner.
So now that you know that these two, like having the Econ 1100 here and Art 202 on the same line as add course, do you think, like, what do you think about that design? Do you think it should go somewhere else? Do you think add course should go somewhere else? What do you think about now that you know that the function is a little bit different than what you thought?
I don't think it should be on the same line as the ones that I clicked on because I can see how that'd be confusing. Like, just having it say add course was confusing that they were just being added to my account. So maybe having that button bigger and making it specifically to that it's a class that you don't see. I don't know how you would word it, but like having it say something about like if you don't like maybe like a pop-up bubble or something, like if you don't see the class below, like you can always search it here.
What? So if you're thinking that a class search is there, what do you think this search bar does?
The select course
Yeah.
search bar right here. I'm not really sure. Maybe it does the same thing, or like if I typed in all of biology, all like just uh, like a keyword, that it would show like all of the biology classes. But I think when I clicked on add course, you could have done that through there too. It just said like one or the other. I don't think you had to have both the course code and the course name.
Okay. So go ahead and click done.
Okay.
So tell me what you're seeing on this page, what you think of it, everything.
I see that immediately I looked for the courses that I added. So like they're right here on the left.
Yeah,
But it's still like
we're pretending that you had gone through and added all 5 of those.
no, yeah. I understand. But yeah, I see that they're there, and the class notes in calculus is still up, but I'm assuming that it's still very general. It doesn't apply to specifically University of Michigan because it's still the same things that I saw behind like the personalized pop-up.
Okay. What do you think about the design of this page? Like the way the results look, how much information you're getting?
I think it's very effective because I like the colors that they correspond with the tabs at the top, because like all of the search things, uh, the documents that show up are study documents and they're like outlined in purple, so I know that they're study documents. And I'm assuming if I would click like flashcards, it would come up in like that red pink color.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were maybe like all on one page, I would be able to know that like, hey, those are flashcards, that's study documents, by looking at like the banner at the top.
If you
Besides that, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Continue.
Besides that, I think this like the title works well, and being able to look at the document, even if it's just like this little uh, image, I think it's still effective, because sometimes when uh, I'm given like a worksheet or something, you can identify it just by like the front page. If I see this, I'm like, oh, okay, rather than like reading the title or like the caption below, I can see that it looks almost exactly like the uh, thing that I was given.
Okay. So if you were to click flashcards, what do you think would come up?
I'm assuming flashcards about calculus would probably show up.
Okay. And what do you think would happen if you clicked on one of these filters on the left?
The courses or the sources?
Either.
They would be specific to those courses. So obviously, if I'm looking up class notes in calculus, I would narrow it down to that Calc 102, and then it would further like narrow it down to just the specific ones about that are suggested for University of Michigan.
Okay. If you were to do an entirely new search, how would you go about doing that?
I would click on the search bar at the top and then just type something else new in.
Okay. So from here, we can actually filter by a class. So go ahead and click Calc 102. And so tell me what you're seeing here, what you think of it.
I think the first one changed. I'm not sure, but I definitely do recognize the critical points and tangent and normal lines. And this one at the bottom report says 5 millimeter smooth, whatever. So maybe, I'm not quite sure. They're specific to that Calc 102 since not much changed. But I could see, like, if it was a different subject, maybe it would narrow it down more.
Okay. And is it obvious to you, like, what basically just happened? So, like, that gray Calc 102 up top, is that, what does that do? What do you think that's showing you?
That's showing me the classes that I'm trying to narrow down. So if I would click the X, it would erase that, like, filter of sorts.
Okay. And so go ahead and click on flashcards up top, the red flashcard. And again, tell me what you're seeing here.
I'm seeing flashcards. Again, the Calc 102 is still at the top. So I'm assuming it's still in relation to the Calc 102 at Michigan. And again, like I said, it's like still that reddish paint color, same as like the flashcards at the top. So that's helpful. And from there's no pictures, but I wouldn't expect there would be pictures of flashcards because you can't really put pictures of flashcards. But just different options to go over for Calc 102.
Okay. So this is the last page. Do you have, now that you've seen all these pages that we've gone through,
Mm-hmm.
can you kind of, do you have a good understanding of what the website's about? And if so, can you kind of just give me a quick summary of that?
I think I do have a pretty good understanding of it now that I know, like, you can search study documents specifically and through the courses, and you can look up anything at the top. Like it said on the main screen, all of the stuff that they said on the main screen, you were able to search and find a specific whatever you're looking for, basically. And through that, you're able to filter it specifically through the school and the course that you're taking.
What did you think of that whole like onboarding, adding your school and course flow of how it looked, how it flowed through? Was that natural, or did you get confused at any point?
Again, I would probably not personalize it right off the bat, but if I would go back and personalize it, it was definitely pretty self-explanatory. Besides, like, the ambiguity between, like, the add course button that we talked about.
Yeah. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask this question. How does this website make you feel now that you've seen a bunch of different pages?
I think it's just very straightforward, and I like that because if I'm looking for specifically study documents, I want to come and find study documents. And I think that it does that very well. It's definitely more appealing than the original page that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. It's pretty just self-explanatory, I'd say.
Okay. Is this a service you see value in? Is this something you would use yourself, do you think?
If I was looking, mostly I would look for maybe flashcards and study documents if I was looking for something online. And if I was able to add my own, like my Ohio State courses and suggestions specifically for that class would come up, I would feel like that's pretty effective and pretty helpful.
Okay. So we kind of went over this, but you would want to create a profile and add your email, like an account on a website like this. So, right?
Yeah, so that I could save my courses, save whatever study documents I was looking at the previous day or flashcards, so that I wouldn't lose them.
Okay. So if you were to click, let's say you were looking at the screen again on tangent and normal lines, mm-hmm. You can see that it says Quizlet.com at the bottom, and that would kind of open up into a new tab if you clicked on that. What does that make you feel? Is that something you would like or dislike?
No, yeah, I'm totally fine with it, like, showing up in a different tab.
Okay. And would you ever use something like this on your phone, or would you only use it on desktop?
I would use this on my phone. I'm on my phone more than my laptop, I'd say. So if I'm just sitting in bed and I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably study flashcards for tangent and normal lines, I could like pull it up, and as long as it's like simple and easy to use and it would take me straight to that Quizlet, then yeah, I'd say I'd use it on my phone.
So if you were using it on your phone, would you rather use it like on a browser, so like opening Safari, or a whole app?
I would use a whole app, I'd say, if because again, I would be able to like log in uh, specifically to that and like find things via the tab and stuff like that. If a website has an app, I'm more likely to download the app than go straight to the website.
Okay. Three more questions. Sorry, this is going over time a little bit. So, do you have any
Yeah, that's
subscription
fine.
to any school-related services? So, like a Chegg subscription, Study Blue, Course Hero.
No, I don't. None of those.
Okay. And so, would you pay for that? Is that why don't you have those right now?
Um, I don't specifically say it. Like if they were free, I'd say I'd pay for them. But like Quizlet, I use Quizlet all the time because that's free, and I'm able to make flashcards and look up flashcards. But I'm not gonna really pay for a service that I can like study on my own or just look up things on Google.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess the other questions were a little bit more contingent on that one. So that's actually the end. Hold on, I'm going to stop recording in a second. But do you have any questions for me while we're still recording?
I do not. I don't think so.
All right. Well,